what's next. You gotta put the work in like you're obsessed. Think about what you want, what's your future. What kind of person would it take to seduce her? So what's next? Be obsessed with winning and your success. Make progress, this life has never promised. So feel blessed, live life, don't be too cautious. Trust the process. Be a warrior. You can't stop me. You can't stop me now. Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't lock me. You can't lock me down. I will not lay down my arms. Ready to be covered in scars. 'Cause I will always be a warrior.
Step into Wix Studio, the web platform for agencies and enterprises.
Watch out for her dark side. Yeah, she got some sharp eyes. See her for the first time. Never let her out my sight. I just wanna stay up. Look at you all made up. Dirty thoughts are seeping to my mind. I can't wait up. Ooh, she looks so good, got me straight in the mood. She read that room, she know just what to do. Moving that body, she dancing and shaking. It's making them crazy, she know how to move. She said she's ready to party. Let's get it started. Tequila straight out the bottle. She looks so good when she's sipping her model. I can't get enough, I need you. I think this is lust, not love. 'Cause everything that we touch gives us a rush. And everything that we taste feels like a drug.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the I-85 Asphalt Series Wheelen Modified Division. We are getting ready to tackle on the Kern County Raceway, owned by the NASCAR's own Kevin Harvick. We are getting ready to tack on a half-mile oval here. We have a sold-out 15,000 asses in the seats tonight. These guys are about to take on a slightly banked in the corners, really mostly banked in the corners, I'll take that back. Asphalt Oval opened in 2013, originally known as Bakersfield Speedway, located here in Bakersfield, California. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been your I-85 Asphalt Series track fact. These guys have just finished up qualifying, and for the first time here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, we will hold a modified heat race here tonight. Looking to get things warmed up here with 15 laps. And everybody's going to be in the same one. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The admins getting ready to let these guys grit it up here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll save the drivers' interviews until we get to the main event there. Excuse me, I had to close out one of the things there. These guys getting ready to load up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel and tackle on 15 laps around the Kern County Raceway in Bakersfield, California. Looks like we're going to have 14 guys setting out the field tonight for the Wheelen Modified Division here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Showtime, Chase Johnson, and James Fountain were the two quickest in qualifying. All these 14 guys, did qualify here for a spot in the heat race here tonight, and this is how they shook up here in the qualifying session here. See if we can't throw up the results for you. Ladies and gentlemen, there's the qualifying results and how they will line up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll save the drivers' introductions here for when we get ready to take on the A-main, here. We'll introduce you to all these lovely drivers then, so you can pick and choose and don't have to hate anybody here in the heat race. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter the Pace car coming through turn 2. The sun is shining down here on these race cars. And if you have not, which I'm pretty sure positive you probably haven't, This might be your first time seeing a modified division league on iRacing, located right here on the TikTok platform. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you slap that like button, press that follow button. Peter the Pace Car's got 14 of these WHELEN modifieds. He'll bring them around the finish line. They should get the 2 to go green this time around. Sold out. 15,000 asses are in the seats here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll pay a quick bill here. We'll shout out sponsor, the I-85 Asphalt Series, presented by TCW, employee-owned trucking, all across the country here, delivering you your needs as you need them. The I-85 Asphalt Series, presented by Pop Sports Bed Swings, 864-978-1913. Get your custom-made, handcrafted porch bed swing today. Finally, right here, before we get ready to take the green flag here for the I-85 Asphalt Series WHELEN Modified Division. This is the iRacing platform, which you're seeing right here. $10 a month can get you right here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, right here in the I-85 Asphalt Series. Getting ready to take on 15 laps here for the heat race tonight on the I-85 Modified Division here, ladies and gentlemen. We are set for 60 in tonight's main event, so make sure you stick around right after the conclusion of the heat race here. Showtime Chase Johnson will bring him to the restart zone here. He had the quickest lap in qualifying, and Showtime Chase Johnson's outside will be James Fountain. 2 Carolina kids bring him to the restart zone. Press the green flag. We're off here on the I-85 Modified Division. Big stack up back here between Nicholas Maynard, John Michael Bryant, and Chris Snyder. We got contact up here. There goes Corey Tesner around. Big pile up back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel already here. Chris Snyder hard into the fence as he is sitting on top of somebody else's modified. We will back that ass up here. Carnage on lap 1, turn 2 of the heat race here tonight. Chris Snyder from B-Town, Indiana. Rubbins Racing, but ladies and gentlemen, they were over there absolutely assaulting one another here. We'll back that ass up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. It all started up here with Corey Riptide Tesner and Carson Koechland. Looks like they collect one another here. They dive into turns 1 and 2. Corey Tesner hard inside of that race car, yanking the wheel down, trying to keep it straight here, but he wasn't able to, and then the rest of it was right behind him. Chris Snyder, big shot here. A pile up into the corner, several guys involved. Corey Tesner, Nicholas Maynard, Jeremy Douglas. Tons of guys involved. Colby Westcott, able to get through it. Joshua Thornton got some damage to that late model. Chris Snyder trying to get these things unlocked and loaded here in parking lot. Here they are. Oh, big shot here from Andrew Allen. We'll throw out the red flag here. Take a quick commercial break. We'll be back here in a second on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Bang, ladies and gentlemen, here working the first caution flag here tonight on lap 1, turn 2 here on the heat race for the night here. As you see him working right behind you, the track dryers up here, sweeping off the racetrack oil out of the back of the number 10 of Corey Tesner. You see the current point standings on how they run at the current moment here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We ask you guys to please slap that like button, press that follow button if you're enjoying what you're seeing here. Anyone in green has won a race this season up to this point. Anyone in yellow is currently in on the playoffs. Right now, it looks like 10 drivers will advance to the playoffs. Race 4 races. After 3, they'll cut it down to 4 here. So as the seasons get ready to start wrapping up here, 2 more races here. We'll get to that later on tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, here you are watching the I-85 Modified Division for the I-85 Asphalt Series here live at the Kern County Raceway. This is the Feel the Kern Showdown, live from the Kern County, Bakersfield, California. It looks like we're getting ready to go back racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Big contact here, about 5 modifieds involved. One fast repair here for the heat race. Tons of guys a lap down here. Peter the pace car working them down the back stretch. Get ready to go racing here. The front two stayed the same. James Fountain on the outside with Showtime Chase Johnson on the inside on the 005. The number 24, good wrench modified, excuse me. A little bumping and banging here from Colby Westcott here. Chase Johnson brings it to the restart zone. Fires back up here. 10 laps remain in the heat race here tonight before we take on the main event here. Mason Cawthorn in the number 09. Must Moonlight Speed modified on the outside here. They'll finally make it to turn 2 here. Somebody flicked the outside wall. That's the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. The number 01 down here, Joshua Thornton. Loose on the bottom side of the racetrack here. He goes around. Caution flag is out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Again here, we'll work it for the second time tonight. See if we can't throw up an instant replay here. That's just going to be for the number 01 of Joshua Thornton here. We'll back that ass up here off of turn 4. Riding with the number 01 here. We'll see what he sees as he tries to get this late model refired and turn back around here. We're backing it up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We appreciate you guys tuning in here tonight. But the number 01 looks like he maybe got a little bit of help there from the number 8 of Carson Kolechlin there. Carson Kolechlin getting his second part of it here tonight. Here, back that ass up here. See if we can't see something off the front bumper of Carson Kolechlin here. Bang! Right there to the front. Well, the back bumper of the number 01 here. And Joshua Thornton is not able to hold it down here. He'll go around on the Booty Scoot Racing channel there. Park it off of turn 4 here. And the fans will go up and scream and roar here. We'll take a commercial break. Be back in a moment. Don't go nowhere.
Gotta work smarter. Time is money, and money is harder, so I'm not giving up. No, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live.
Ladies and gentlemen, here working the second caution flag here tonight for the first heat race, and the only one here tonight. 14 guys show up to the track tonight. A couple guys will get the wave around there underneath the caution flag. Nicholas Maynard driving the number 02, and it looks like Joshua Thornton, the guy that was involved with the caution, he'll get bumped here by the number 8 of Carson Kolechlin here. Carson Kolechlin didn't mean to do it here, but a little contact there was a little bit too much for the number 01 to handle here. We're working the caution flag for the second time tonight here. Looks like Showtime Chase Johnson is the race leader here in the heat race here as these guys continue to work their way throughout the field here. Get back on the lead lap here. We'll see the one to green this time around. Looks like Carson Kolechlin's going to be the tail end of the field here. He'll receive a EOL for aggressive driving on the number 8 machine. Pure the admin is what I'm hearing in my ear. Peter the pace car bringing them down the backstretch. Caution laps do not count inside of the heat race here tonight, so we will still be 10 laps remaining when we head back racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Chase Johnson's getting ready to bring them back to the restart zone. We're getting ready to fire them back off here at the Kern County Raceway and feel the Kern Showdown. John Michael Ryan in the number 23 machine will make sure he gets that second place spot here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel as they work themselves through turns 1 and 2 here on the. Looks like they'll finally be able to get through here. Can they complete a lap here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel? Tons of guys. John Michael Bryant's going to be door to door with James Fountain here. 3 wide off of turn 4. Nicholas Maynard will think better of it. He'll fall in behind the number 021, excuse me here. It looks like that's going to be, not sure who that is on the outside of him. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 88 of Andrew Allen working his way down the back straightaway here. Chris Knighty and the Triple Deuce black and green machine down on the bottom side, a little bit loose here from B-Town, Indiana. He's grabbed the fast repair for that modified here. We're riding on board with some of these guys. Joshua Thornton here in the number 01. Now we're riding with Jeremy Douglas. Big time caution right here in front of him. Not sure who that was. Mason Cawthorn involved with it as well. The caution flag will fly here. Holy cow, can we pick off some laps here? Third caution flag. And 5 short laps here. We'll throw up the instant replay here. Mason Cawthorn spins out on the backstretch, and he looks like he's going to be the lonely goblin here. Maybe Travel Wall in front of him here, a little bit loose here, but we'll ride around with Mason Cawthorn here, the ace of Mason. We'll take the outside just loose off the corner here, not able to hold it together here. He gets left and right, but he's able to lock it down here. Tons of guys able to miss this wreck here. Great awareness from these kids, but Nicholas Maynard and these guys will move out the way, and Mason Cawthorn will head to the back here. The 23-year-old 09 modified driver spins out here. Caution flag will fly for the third time here in the ninth heat race. We'll be back in just a moment here. Hopefully we can pick off some green flag laps. Don't go nowhere.
You gotta work till you win it. Yeah, take control of the system. When you invest, it's addicting. No time to rest, let's go get it. Not gonna stop till I'm finished. Not gonna drop to my limits. Deep in my chest, I'm in nailing. Believe in testing and failing. You gotta flip everything in your mind. Take the limited thoughts and turn them into your why. Prove to yourself you're worth it. You deserve it. Push past all the hurt and find your purpose. You gotta take control. Life's too short. Get out of your head. Make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best. So don't let go. Take control. Get out of your head. Make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best. Give it all your best. You're never gonna stop, no way. Yelling out, hey, yo. Headed to the top on our way, yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the I-85 Asphalt Series is presented by TCW Employee-Owned Trucking. Live here down looking at the heat race number 1 for the I-85 Modified Division. Presented by Maccabee Auto Services, LLC. Contact them today, 864-256-1346, or email them at maccabeeautorepair@gmail.com. For all your transmission, suspension, brake, and engine services, get at them today. Tell them the I-85 Asphalt Series or the Booty Scoot Racing channel sent them. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are working the caution flag for the third time here tonight. I know that kind of stinks here. We were hoping for some green flag action here in the heat race tonight. The first one here for the I-85 Modified Division. Don't forget, tomorrow night, the I-85 Asphalt Series late models attack on the Lanier Speedway. And we want you guys to tune in right here. So if you press that follow button, smack that like button, head on over to the YouTube page, give us a subscribe at Booty Scoot Racing LLC, and or leave a comment there, help us send it through the algorithm. It would be much appreciated. Showtime Chase Johnson with James Fountain on the outside for the third time here, getting ready to re-rack them. The boogeyman of John Michael Bryant, hungry for a heat win. He picked up the recruitment race win here in the Modified Division, so boogeyman sure knows how to get around these short tracks here, these Modifieds. He'll work the bottom side of the number 24 machine here. Not able to get the gas down here, but he'll try the inside anyway of James Fountain. The number 7 of Travel Wall down on the bottom side here. He'll work the number 01 of Joshua Thornton, clear himself across the front stretch, and the fans will stand up and throw their beers everywhere as Travel Wall making his way through the field here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Joshua Thornton, big wreck for him tonight. Oh, they'll save it back here. What a save here from most of these guys. Caution flag is going to fly here. Travel Wall goes around. We were just talking about him. We will back that ass up here for Travel Wall. Another guy collected as well. Not sure who it was here. Travel Wall goes around for sure here on the front stretch. Looks like Joshua Thornton. The two guys we just spoke about will collect themselves in an incident here. Looks like with the two of each other here, Joshua Thornton just down on the 7 of Travel Wall, but Travel Wall might not have seen him there. He'll send Travel Wall up the racetrack here. Caution flag has flown here for the 4th time here tonight. No need to throw up the instant replay here. We'll throw it back to the live broadcast where Showtime Chase Johnson's catching Peter the Pace Car. We're not going to do you like Fox Sports on TV. We'll keep it right here. Enough with the commercial breaks here. And hopefully enough with the caution flags here. We are working our 4th caution here in heat race number 1. If you're just tuning in with us on the I-85 Asphalt Series Wheeling Modified Division here at the Kevin Harvick Kern County Raceway Park. Here's Peter the Pace Car. Brings him across the line here. Caution laps do not count here. That's why you see the Tinker absolutely having a seizure up there in the top left corner and cycling through the field here. It's going to be Showtime Chase Johnson, the race leader. We'll re-rack him here back green. We didn't have a driver's introduction here because we're still stacked for 60 laps at the conclusion of this race right here. Trying to get these guys racked together here, get these guys warmed up here before they tackle on the tough Kern County tonight underneath the lights here. Looks like the lucky dog here is going to belong to, I'm not sure who that was that just went around here. Travel Wall still on pit road this time around. These guys have been absolutely going at it, and that was the 00 of Blake Hochschild with the lucky dog. He'll be back on the lead lap here as you check your ticker down here on the bottom left side here as they continue to cycle back out through the field. Showtime Chase Johnson's going to be door-to-door with James Fountain here through turns 1 and 2 here with the 1 to green this time around. The lights are off on Peter the pace car. 7 laps will be remaining when we head on back racing here. John Michael Bryant still stuck in that 3rd place spot in that red modified down on the bottom side, 2nd row. With Colby Westcott on the outside of him, and the number 5, Peter the pace car, will hang the left on the pit road. Showtime Chase Johnson will bring them to the restart zone here in Kern County in Bakersfield. The crowd will stand up. Chase Johnson will press the gas. We're back green here and feel the Kern Showdown. John Michael Bryant looks like he might be able to get around James Fountain here. He will be able to clear himself off the corner here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. John Michael Bryant moves himself up. Here comes Nicholas Maynard out on the bottom. Andrew Allen here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. These two guys are side by side here. Contact 2 weeks ago at Myrtle Beach Speedway between these two and the late models here. They continue to battle over here off of turn 2. Nicholas Maynard and Andrew Allen putting on a show here as they dive into turns 3 and 4 here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Andrew Allen a little loose off the corner. Nicholas Maynard fights back hard. Here comes the ace of Mason Cawthron. He's looking to make it 3 wide up the middle. Mason Cawthron looking for an underpass here. He'll get down on the apron, get a little loose here. Nicholas Maynard still doing it over with Andrew Allen. What a battle here between Nicholas Maynard and Andrew Allen here. We'll shape back up here to the front of the field. John Michael Bryant still in front of James Fountain here. The action going nowhere with 4 laps remaining here in heat race number 1 for the I-85 Modified Division. Still scheduled for 60 here tonight after the conclusion of the heat race. Nicholas Maynard still working the door. Andrew Allen, here comes Joshua Thorne on the inside of Colby Westcott. He'll move up to the 4th place spot. That's the battle for the 4th place spot right there in front of your screen. Joshua Thorne loose off the corner. Caution flag flies here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Joshua Thornton gets sideways off the corner. Looks like turn 2 did it to him again. The number 01 goes around here. We'll throw up an instant replay. Finally picked off some green flag laps here at the Kern County Raceway. Colby Westcott and Joshua Thornton were battling door to door here. We'll back that ass up. The Goodyear number 5 was in the middle lane on the outside. Maybe a little Nerf bar bang, a little bit too much for Joshua Thornton as he spins around the back straightaway here. Nicholas Maynard was able to avoid that wreck as well. Joshua Thornton is the victim though. It's his 2nd time going around here. He's able to get that that modified going back straight here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We will take a commercial break this time around as I need to wet my whistle and calm my voice. Tell your mom to keep her shirt on. I'm back in a moment. Bang, bang. Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Getting ready to re-rack them and sit them back off here for 3 more laps here. They'll get the 1 to go green this time around. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just the heat race, and there's been tons of action. You best believe it here. We'll feel the music real quick. 3 laps to go here in heat race number 1. Not much has changed up front. John Michael Bryant from Greer, South Carolina, your mom's favorite driver, looking for the heat victory here. He'll have a green-white checker to get it done when we re-rack him here. Peter the pace car is going to log him off here. He'll hang the left on the pit road, and it'll be Chase Johnson on the inside with the Boogeyman on the outside. Bringing him through the restart zone. Back green here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. These guys will put the gas down. John Michael Bryant door to door. Corey Riptide Tester here down into turns 1 and 2. Andrew Allen will jump up a little bit off the corner. Chase Johnson, the race leader, down the back stretch. These guys 4 wide back here spread through your living room, ladies and gentlemen. They'll work their way through 3 and 4 on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Here comes the triple deuce of Chris Knighty. White flag is in the air for heat race number 1 for Showtime Chase Johnson. Big contact back here. We got a parking lot everywhere. 4 or 5 guys involved. Somebody else back here as well. Nicholas Maynard, Chase Johnson Got Corey Tesner all over the ascent over here. They'll come off on turn 4 for heat race number 1. Goes to Chase Johnson. Big damage back here. Here comes Nicholas Maynard, Chris Knighty. The rest of these guys, Mason Cothran will get beat by Andrew Allen there at the line here. Big time contact here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel at the end of this race. Showtime. Chase Johnson takes heat race number 1, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take it to a commercial break here real quick as we get ready to transfer over to driver's introduction and the national anthem for the final race tonight for 60 laps. We'll be back in a moment.
Leaving blood on the pavement. If you're up against me, then you better be praying, cause I'll keep punching till my knuckles start breaking. I'll keep going through the blood that I'm tasting. I won't stop till they've all seen greatness. The battle for my world just started, I've been waiting. Villains and heroes, only time will tell who will win and who will fail. Villains and heroes, no, there ain't no one else. Pick a fighter by yourself. Today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Phil the Kern Showdown for the I-85 Modified Division. The lights are on here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and we ask you guys to please stand as you're able to. Remove your hats as we get ready to tackle on the national anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Here, you may stand up and put your hat back on. We are getting ready to go racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Check out the I-85 Asphalt Series Modified Track Fact here tonight. We are racing in the Kern County Raceway here, a half-mile oval here in Bakersfield, California. Opened up in 2013, and we are sold out for 15,000 asses here tonight for an asphalt oval. Getting ready to tackle on 60 laps around the Kern County. These guys are building in these modifieds here. We're getting ready to tackle on drivers' introductions here. We kept them all the way up to this time. Look at these guys pull into these modifieds here as we get ready to kick it off here. For drivers' introduction, looks like going to be on the pole here because he won the heat race. If you've been here with us, we appreciate you guys staying through that disaster. Starting in the first place spot tonight, driving the 005 from Greer, South Carolina, Chase Johnson. And on the outside of him in the second place spot here, driving the Mayhew number 10 modified, that will be Corey Riptide Tesner. Starting in the third place spot behind, second row behind Chase Johnson, will be the 24 Goodrich modified from Greenville, South Carolina, of James Fallon. Colby Westcott, the Toyota number 5 WHELEN modified, will shake out the fourth place spot here tonight in the second row. Joshua Thornton will be the outside third row here in the number 01 WHELEN modified, looking to make something shake here tonight. And on the inside of him will be the 00 WHELEN modified from Tempe, Arizona, the 25-year-old of Blake Hochschild. And starting on the inside, fourth row here, driving the number 21 WHELEN Baxter Motto machine from Augusta, Maine. I believe that's what that says there. That's going to be Jeremy Douglas. And on the outside of him, driving the Traxxas 02 Wheeling Modified from Welford, South Carolina, Nicholas Maynard. Andrew Allen was on the inside here on the 5th row here, driving the number 88 machine. Make sure you go follow him on TikTok at Chevy Guy from Gulliford, Connecticut. Looking to make something shake here tonight. And on the outside of him will be the number 09 Ace machine of Mason Cothran. Carson Kolechlin from Buffalo, New York, loves driving race cars. He'll shake out the 11th place spot here tonight. Chris Knighty in the Triple Deuce Wheeling Modified from B-Town, Indiana, will shake out the 12th place spot here tonight. And Travo Wall from Pelzer, South Carolina, looking to shake, rattle, and roll. He'll make the trip out here to the West Coast. And the number 7 Wheeling Modified ready to go racing here. And John Michael Bryant will make a repair to that Wheeling Modified machine from Greer, South Carolina. He'll start from the pits here. When we get ready to release them right here, I believe, yes, so the pace car lights are off. Showtime Chase Johnson is responsible for bringing them to the start of tonight's race. Peter the pace car will hang the left down on the pit road. John Michael Bryant's got the car into gear. He'll start from the pits here. Nicholas Maynard closing up the pits here. Chase Johnson fires off for green here in the field of Kern Classic for Showdown, excuse me. Nicholas Maynard in the back bumper, the number 01 of Joshua Thornton. They'll wait their way through 1 and 2. Colby West got loose off the corner already. Big contact here off of turn 2. Caution flag already here off of turn 2 here. We'll back that ass up here for an instant replay here. Is looks like some things never change from the heat race here. A caution fest in our heat race here tonight. Poured over already here, lap 1, turn 1, just like the heat race. Colby Westcott drives it high into the corner. Looks like he maybe overcooked it just a tad bit. A little bit loose here. Nowhere to go for the guys behind him. Nicholas Maynard hard into the wall. Chris Knighty gets around it somehow. Trevor Wall, big time hit to him as well. And Mason Cothran, big time right front damage on the modified machine of the number 09. And he is absolutely crushed and pissed off here. We'll work the caution flag for the first time here tonight on lap number 1. Caution laps do count now. Be back in a moment. Don't go nowhere.
I don't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Welcome back to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll work the caution flag here tonight with a massive hit on the outside wall for a couple of these modified drivers. This is currently how they run after race 3 of 9. 2 races remain after tonight until the beginning of the playoffs. Anyone in green has locked himself in with a win here in the modified division. Anyone in yellow currently locked in on points. And anyone squared away in red will be eliminated if the playoffs were to start tomorrow. Speaking of the races remaining, we'll throw it up here. Here's the remaining schedule for the Wheeling Modified Season 1 here. It's been one hell of a season so far. We've seen the caution flag a lot here, but when it's not out, it's absolutely dire to see. Must see TV here in the I-85 Asphalt Series Wheeling Modified. We'll take on the New Smyrna Speedway 2 weeks from now for the regular season finale, and that's when we'll find out who will be racing in the playoffs. 10 drivers will go on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and we will tack on North Wilkesboro. John Michael Bryant here driving the number 23 Rogue Modified machine. Scheduled as the lucky dog there as he started from the pits here with an unimproved adjustment before he tackled on. The main event here, a little bit of contact in the heat race, tore up that 23 machine as your mom just lifted her shirt up. Please, ladies and gentlemen, you got to wear some pasties to the racetrack if you're going to be doing that. She loves John Michael Bryant here as he catches the back of the field. Showtime Chase Johnson's ready to go racing. Back green here in the Kiss My Kern Classic or Showdown, whatever the hell you want to call it here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Like it however you want it. You can have it 3 wide off of turn 2. Chris Knighty looking to fill a hole that isn't there, but the 0-1 of Joshua Thornton has worked his way back up here to the 7th place spot. Here's Trevor Wall, the number 7 machine on the outside of the number 09 of Mason Cochran. We'll pick off another lap there. 7 laps are complete here. Scheduled for 60. We have one for overtime if we need it. We don't play these games. Chris Knighty loose off the corner. Caution flag is out here. Wow. Second caution flag already here tonight. This is for the triple deuce machine of Chris Knighty here. We will back that ass up here one more time for an instant replay, as we've basically seen it happen right in front of our face. Not much to talk about with the triple deuce of Chris Knighty here, the Maverick Racing, Green Machine Racing, triple deuce machine just a little loose on the outside here, trying to get the tips up in those Whelen modified tires. A big awareness from John Michael Bryant. See if we can't ride on board with John Michael here. See what he's seeing as he avoided the hell out of that wreck right there. An absolute fucking masterpiece from the 23 machine of John Michael Bryant. Ooh, a little bit of bottom and weave in there from the 23 machine around the triple deuce here. We'll work the second caution flag here tonight, and we'll take a commercial break here. I have talked my mouth dry, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in a moment.
Space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. When there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Jamming it up here at the Kern County Raceway Park here. As you look down the back straightaway here off of turn 2, you see these Whelen modified, some of them coming off pit road. One fast repair here in the I-85 Asphalt Series modified division. The number 7 of Travo Wall right there rolls by your screen. He's shining underneath the lights here. Looking for a big race tonight here in the Field of Kern Showdown. Live here in Bakersfield, California. Will we see the lights go off the pace car? We'll have to wait another lap here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel before we get to see some more racing. We appreciate you guys tuning in here tonight. We're working the, I believe, third caution flag here, 10 laps into the night's event. If you could believe it, you must have not watched the heat race. A little bit of mayhem going on there as well here. So tempers are up and flaring here. We'll have to keep an eye on it all night long here. But everybody back on the lead lap here after the wave around. Mason Cochran will start in the 14th place spot here. He was the lucky dog that time around. Getting ready to go racing. We'll see the 1 row green here this time around from Freddie the Flagman. Putting in some overtime up there. Here comes the number 88 of Andrew Allen here in the 5th place spot here. Double file restarts here in the modified division. Showtime Chase Johnson, the heat race winner here tonight, pretty much had to pace his way around the racetrack because that's all it was, a bunch of caution flags. James Fallon on the outside of him. Got a bad fucking fast modify. We're going to make a run here to the front and run away with the lead here. If these guys could ever keep it clean here, Corey Tesner's going to be in the 3rd place spot with Blake Hochschild in the 4th place spot here. Getting ready to go racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, racked and reloaded. Showtime Chase Johnson presses the gas here. 12 laps are completed here in the modified division race here tonight in the Kern County. Down on the bottom side of the racetrack here, the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant's trying to work the double 7 with the number 7 of Travo Wall here. We got a battle on our hand here. John Michael Bryant's not going nowhere in the turns 3 and 4. Here's Kobe Westcott. Bobbles and weaves here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Travo Wall, we're riding on 4, fights back hard to the boogeyman on the inside of him. These guys are absolutely going on. Here's Joshua Thornton in the number 01 machine. Oh my fucking God! Holy fucking hell! Caution flag is absolutely out. What in the carnation has fucking happened off of turn 2? Kobe Westcott to Mars off of turn 2 here. We'll throw up an instant replay. My holy Lord Jesus, what has just happened here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel? The number 5 of Kobe Westcott. Trevor Wall with a big bobble here. Boom! Up and away for Kobe Westcott here. We'll see if we can't back that ass up here and ride on board. Absolutely obliterated here. This is going to be one gnarly ride, ladies and gentlemen. If you have vertigo or get sick easy, I would turn a raid right now. Big time shot there, up and bam. And you'll see Heaven's Guardian Angel come down and grab the number 5 of Colby Westcott. Massive shot here on the infield. I think the gas is stuck. He might be unconscious. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a commercial break. Big shot for the number 5 of Colby Westcott. We'll take the camera angle away. That is brutal to see. Back in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I am absolutely lost for words here. Speechless at the Bakersfield, California. It's Kern County Raceway. We might have just lost an innocent soul here. Colby Westcott has not dropped the safety whip on that number 5 machine here on pit road. He is still in there. The guys are working to try to get him out of there. He has knocked off both front suspension and right side and left side front tires off the front of that machine here. We have been advised by the Westcott family not to show the replay as he took one hellacious shot off of turn 2 into the back straightaway. Flew about 27 feet into the air. And as you see back there, there is no catchment. As you can only imagine, the worst had just happened to Colby Westcott. Not sure if his day is done here as the AMR safety crew continue to work down there on the number 5 driver. We'll keep you updated throughout tonight. 16 laps are complete here, but the show must go on here, ladies and gentlemen. Enough with the beer throwing on the racetrack. We understand the safety matters here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, but we got some drunk rednecks who paid hundreds of dollars to sit in the night suites here and watch the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Millions online tuned in here tonight for the Field of Kern Showdown. Just like Vince McMahon, we got to keep it going here. Ladies and gentlemen, getting ready to go back racing here after the red flag has been lifted here with 17 laps to complete here, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just now tuned in, this has been one hellacious race so far. The heat race, carnage everywhere. If you love carnage, you found it. Chase Johnson fires on back off here at Kern County. We're getting ready to go racing here again. Hopefully we can get some green flag laps this time around here. The number 88 will overdrive the corner there. They'll come off of turn 2, fly through your living room. The number 88 of Andrew Allen trying to work the third place spot. Guy James Fountain here, but he's not able to do it. Blake Hochschild back here, door to door with Joshua Thornton here. Joshua Thornton trying to battle back hard here. But the 00, Blake Hochschild's not going to go nowhere. He'll put the gas down, up off the corner. Ow, he'll slap the wall right there. But the 00 is able to keep it under control. Here comes the 01, down the bottom side here. As Carson Collection in the number 8 machine in the white WHELEN modified, right behind him. I keep saying late models. Want to remind you tomorrow night, the I-85 Asphalt Series, the late model division, takes on the Lanier Speedway. We were talking hosting races tomorrow night here with heat races with the guys in there. It's just not going to happen after what we've seen here tonight. We'll tack it up tomorrow for the normal 75 laps around Lanier. John Michael Bryant started from the pits tonight, worked his way up to the 8th place spot. Here he comes off turn 2, a bit loose here. The silver and red late model machine. He's down on the bottom side trying to work 00 Blake Hochschild, but here comes Chris Knighty charging hard on the front straightaway. Finally getting some laps picked off here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Don't want to jinx it here, but the Maverick of Chris Knighty here trying to run down the 2 guys in front of him here is Blake Hochschild and John Michael Bryant. Not going away from one another here. John Michael Bryant looks like he might have got around on the inside, and he does, but Chris Knighty will fill in the gap here below the 00 Blake Hochschild. Blake Hochschild's got to get that paint house modified. Back down to the bottom side of the racetrack here. He'll scrape the wall 2 times for Blake Hochschild. That might be why he scraped his way back there anyway. 23 laps are completed here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel here. They continue to run him around here. Not sure what is going on here with the number 21 of Jeremy Douglas. He is falling back here to the back of the pack on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Big time. Maybe damage for him. We'll have to come back and see what's going on here. The battle up here looks like it might have settled itself away here. John Michael Bryant is starting to put a little bit of distance between him and the triple deuce of Chris Knighty here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. can't shoot up here for the battle for the race lead. Showtime Chase Johnson pulling away from, looks like it's going to be James Fountain here in the second place spot across the front stretch down into turn 1. 26 laps are complete here. Corey Tessner's got Andrew Allen, got some company there. Andrew Allen loose off the corner. He'll go around. Caution flag is out here. Boom! Another big shot. Blake Hochschild. Wow. Big left, right front damage to the 00 machine. We will back that ass up here for an instant replay. Finally logged off. If I could log off this damn computer, you know I damn sure would here. These guys are killing me here. Fourth caution flag here tonight. Blake Hochschild didn't see what happened in front of him as Andrew Allen was already loose on the bottom side trying to work around the number 10 of Corey Tessner here. And Blake Hochschild just soaring through the corner here. Bang! Big time shot there. Joshua Thornton wheel rides up over John Michael Bryant here. So these two have been going at it all night long here. But the caution flag is flown. Blake Hochschild. Sparks coming out the bottom side of the 00 machine. Looks like a commercial break here as the 00 brings it down the pit road to get that modified repair. Back in a moment.
It took me to a position. Now I'm on a different mission to help others with afflictions. Now I'm not lost inside. I finally have seemed to find who I am in this life, and I found a way to feel alive.
Bang, bang, back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, working the, I fucking forgot how many at this point. Who gives a damn? The halfway mark is next time around. That's all I can tell you here, ladies and gentlemen. It has been one hellacious night here tonight for the Modified Division. We tackled on a heat race for the first time here. First time we've at least seen it here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the I-85 Asphalt Modified Division. Peter the pace car's got him lined up behind him. He'll see the one to go from Freddie to Flagman off of turn 4 here when they come around. Showtime Chase Johnson, the heat race winner here tonight here. He started on the pole here with James Fountain on the outside, and that's currently how they run with Corey Tessner. And the number 10 in the third place spot with Carson Colechland from Buffalo, New York, and the number 8, Ken's modified on the outside. With Joshua Thornton been in some trouble here tonight. Door banging with the boogeyman down here. He'll round out in the 5th place spot on the restart. Chris Knighty up here banging and banging here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, or like we like to call it, booting and scooting. He's worked his way up here to the 6th place spot. He's tackling hard for a top 5. Getting ready to release these morons, whatever the hell you want to call them, until they get it right. 30 laps are complete here. Back green here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The 24 machine, whoa! Corey Tessner will pull right up in front over there on the restart here. Halfway to go, ladies and gentlemen. Chase Johnson off the corner, down the back straightaway. Beautiful shot here from the Booty Scoot Racing channel camera guys here. James Fountain with a big run off the corner. He'll save the Mayhew number 10 of Corey Tessner. An extra day in the shop here to work on that modified here as he will play off the gas a little bit there. Beating and banging back there. A couple Nerf bars being exchanged between a couple drivers here. Carson Colechland in the number 8 trying to run down Joshua Thornton in the number 01. And the Maverick of Chris Knighty up and going in. It's Carson Colechland. I believe he might be shirtless inside of that race car. Did I just see some legs inside of Carson Colechland's late model? Yes, he's got no shirt on inside of that late model. Holy cow, Carson Colechland really doesn't give a damn. See, we can't see a nipple coming down here in the turn 1 and 2. Look at him down there in his boxers. 34 laps are complete here. Oh, contact from Joshua Thornton. Caution flag flies here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. See if we can't throw up an instant replay. See what happened to Joshua Thornton here. I believe that's the 4th or 5th time tonight we called his name. Somebody get this guy a lottery ticket as he seems to hit everything. The number 01 will back that ass up here with the rest of us here on the TikTok platform, encouraging you to go give us a follow. Make sure you give us a like as well. We'll appreciate that. You can follow on over to the YouTube page where all this will be posted to the conclusion of tonight's event here. Joshua Thornton off of turn 2, loose again. It'll bite him one more time. That already happened once here tonight. That'll trigger the caution flag here. It looks like everybody else was able to get by here. Blake Hochschild, Colby Westcott back out on the racetrack. Colby Westcott says, fuck that concussion protocol. I am back out here to win the trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, Showtime, Chase Johnson will catch Peter the pace car here. We'll take another commercial break here. And these guys continue to beat, bang, rub, smash, destroy, you name it. Back in a moment.
Rise up and change. We don't strive to make gains. We don't hide from the blame. We take pride when we train. We don't rise up and change. We don't hype through the flame. We don't die with a name. We don't fight through the pain. We don't rise up and change. We don't strive to make gains. We don't hide from the pain. We take pride when we train. We don't rise up and change.
Yeah, I'm so fly. Chilling with the I-85 Modifieds back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 36 laps are complete here tonight's Feel the Kern Showdown here from the Kern County Raceway Park, owned by Kevin Harvick. And he has just called my cell phone, and he is absolutely not happy with the way that these guys have been tearing things up here. Carson Collechlin right here off of turn 2. Took down the fence post that used to stand right there, that number 5 right there. Get ready to come by you, Modified. He says, screw that damn concussion protocol. He's back out on the racetrack here. Should see the one to go. Him racing here with 25 laps remaining here. It's going to be Showtime. Chase Johnson, the race leader, and Corey Tesner put an absolute move on James Fountain on the restart. Was able to grab the gear pretty quickly to get over James. It looks like James is going to be on the inside second row here with Carson Collechlin on the outside of him from Buffalo, New York. And Chris Knighty moves up another spot here, crawling up to that top 5 spot. And here comes Nicholas Maynard. He'll soar his way up here back to the front. He'll be door-to-door with the Boogeyman here. A little bit of history between these two. 24 laps remain here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. These guys are ripping and raving. Ladies and gentlemen, we please ask you to keep all of your Bud Light cans inside of the stands in a cup holder, as our race leader, Showtime Chase Johnson's internet has must been drinking some High Rod vodka, because he's blinking in and out here. The number 24 of James Fountain worked down on the bottom side of Carson Collechlin here down through turns 1 and 2 here. Chase Johnson continues to blink in and out here, so we'll call Corey Tesner the race leader. Chase Johnson can get it right here as he comes through 3 and 4 here, blinking in and out here like Ray Charles. The number 02 of Nicholas Maynard trying to work the inside of Chris Knighty here down in the turns 1 and 2 with 22 laps remaining here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. If we could ever get a run like we had earlier down the back straightaway, the kid of Nicholas Maynard, big time lose, what a save. The Boogeyman of John Michael Bryan here, the number 23 machine. He would love to get back around the number 88 machine of Andrew Allen here. Andrew Allen trying to pick off some laps here. Make sure you go give him a follow on TikTok. Chevy guy from Gulliford, Connecticut, the co-owner of Fast Living Motorsports. He works right behind the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. Caution flag out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Joshua Thornton goes around here. I never turned it green, and damn, thank God I did it, because Joshua Thornton goes around here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel right as James Fountain and the rest of these front of the pack guys was getting ready to take themselves across the line here. We'll throw up another instant replay. I'm almost forgetting how to do things at this point. Caution after caution. Joshua Thornton works his way through turns 1 and 2 here with Colby Westcott. Colby Westcott seeing double in front of him. And then just gets loose here. Joshua Thornton goes around and parks it on the inside wall here. But it's enough to trigger the caution flag here tonight for the number 01 of Joshua Thornton. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe the Booty Scoot Racing channel is running out of commercial breaks to send us to, but we'll send us to another one. We'll be back in a moment.
purpose is better than any drug you could ever think. If you know why you're doing something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day because I believe in everything that I'm doing like it was meant to be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
It lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it.
Bang bang, welcome back here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. This is the I-85 WHELEN Modified Asphalt Series. Track fact here tonight, we are attacking on the Kern County Raceway. If you have been with us all night tonight, we have appreciated it. A half-mile oval here, 15,000 sold out asses in the stands here tonight. And I've officially got word from the concession stand that we have sold out of Bud Light here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so thankful here to be tackling on the Kern County Raceway Park here in Bakersfield, California. The I-85 Asphalt Series presented by CloseOutBats.com. Shop over 50,000 baseball and softball bats and gloves since 1992. Over 650,000 satisfied customers, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you guys being here tonight. We appreciate you guys heading on over to CloseOutBats.com to help them out. Getting ready to go back racing here with 13 laps remaining here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Showtime Chase Johnson, the race leader here with Corey Tesner on the outside. Carson Collection in the third place spot with Nicholas Maynard in the fourth place spot here. Back green here in the... Oh! Yes, Corey Tesner was going to try that bottom side. I wasn't quite sure there. I wouldn't want to say anything because I seen that number 02 sliding there on the outside here. Yo, 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 yo. These guys are absolutely going at it here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Field of Kern Showdown. Carson Collection works on the inside of Nicholas Maynard for Corey Tesner, trying to run down Chase Johnson for the race lead here. Corey Tesner on the inside here. He'll slide up. There goes Chris Knighty down the back straightaway. A big caution flag back here. Colby Westcott already on concussion protocol with another big shot there. Joshua Thornton involved with another one. Chris Knighty involved in another one. We will back that ass up here as quick as we can go green. We are back under the caution flag here with 11 laps remaining here. Chris Knighty from B-Town, Indiana involved. Joshua Thornton is involved as well as Colby Westcott. And Joshua Thornton absolutely just yo-yoed across my screen here. Let's take a look and see what happened to Joshua Thornton here. Maybe Colby Westcott loses off the corner here. Tags Joshua Thornton. Bam! What a fucking shot for the 0-1. Colby Westcott dishing out what he took earlier. Already seeing double. He took a ride with the AMR safety crew earlier. We will back that ass up one more time here with Colby Westcott. Right out the front bumper here. We'll right on board with Colby. Because he's having a hard day here today. He's a little loose and it, bam! Rocket shifts Joshua Thornton across the racetrack. We will back it up one more time. As I love these modifieds, they put on some silly goose racing here. Bam! Big shot for the 0-1 of Joshua Thornton here. And that brings out the caution flag. You better damn best believe it. Chris Knighty, a big shot as well for the Triple Deuce modified. At some point, you got to run out of fast repairs. Showtime Chase Johnson will catch up to the pace car here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We will be back in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go nowhere. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, hey, yeah. Booty Scoot Racing Supply. Chilling with I-85 and the modified. Hey, check out the playoff points right here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. as they currently shake out, getting ready to go racing here soon. 8 laps remain here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We have an overtime scheduled if we need it. Showtime Chase Johnson, the race leader right now as they currently run. Can he keep it here? He's already got a victory. He knows he's racing in the playoffs. As you see it right there, locked in green with the win, along with James Fountain here. James Fountain will go to the back of the box here, going down pit road. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 10 of Corey Riptide Tesner currently way down in the standings on the outside front row here with 7 laps remaining here. He's got a big chance here to race Chase Johnson as aggressively as he possibly can. Hell, what the hell would it matter with the way that these guys have been racing here tonight? Peter the pace car will hang on. They left the pit road, and Showtime Chase Johnson will bring them to the Geico restart zone. Freddie the Flagman waves on back green here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 6 laps remain. Nicholas Maynard here on the outside. Little loose there, Blake Hochschild. Big shot to Nicholas Maynard there. Nicholas Maynard will save it, but it looks like the caution flag is flowing out here. Blake Hochschild around off the corner here. He's backwards first into the inside wall. We'll back that ass up here for the 00 of Blake Hochschild here from Tempe, Arizona. He won't make the trip far out here to Bakersfield, California, but Blake Hochschild, we'll take a look here. He got around here. Nicholas Maynard got a little loose as well here. We'll see a little bit what happened here. Not sure here. We were coming through the restart. Blake Hochschild here on the top side here. And it looks like he'll collect Nicholas Maynard here on the left Nerf bar. And Nicholas Maynard loose off the corner. What a save from him. But Blake Hochschild, bam! Hard into the inside wall here. Not much damage to the Paint House 00 machine though. Can he get that thing refired? Looks like, yes, he did get it refired here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Working the, I believe, the 20th, 100th caution here tonight. Chase Johnson, the race leader, Carson Koetchlin, has worked his way up here to the podium spot with Corey Tesner. We'll be back here in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. I will get a word from the admin as I believe overtime is right around the corner.
Shots I'm always gunning. When I gamble, never bluffing. Last shot, I'll be clutching. Hit the shot they always wanted. Game winners, train killers. I can make 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures. Pay for any fucking dinner. Paint a picture. Life richer, good people, good liquor. Life bigger, fight winner. I just wanna get there quicker. So plant hard in your feet. There's no retreat. Burn the boats on the shore till they're buried underneath. There ain't no going back. Forget the past out of desperation. All the people born who can last. There's no retreat, but believe you got it in you. You can do anything that you think that you need. Don't be scared, go succeed. The only people who can lead are the ones who don't retreat.
Welcome back here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. If you just tuned into us, here's the results from the heat race tonight. We took on a heat race for the first time here in the Modifieds, and Chase Johnson was able to pick up the victory there. He started on the pole here tonight, and Corey Riptide Tesner started on the outside of him. That's how they shook out the heat race here, but we're ahead of the overtime, ladies and gentlemen. A 2-lap shootout. If these guys can get the white flag, the caution flag will not come out, and that will be the conclusion of tonight's race. But if these guys call the caution before the white flag is taken here, we will re-rack them here. 2 attempts at it. Showtime Chase Johnson. Bringing them through the Geico restart zone. A little up tap from Corey Tesner. Big time shove there. John Michael Bryant 3 wide up the middle there. John Michael Bryant down on the bottom side. He was looking to make something shake. He'll throw it 3 wide with James Fountain on the outside with Andrew Allen. Doorbay Nerf bars here with Andrew Allen down the back straightaway. Chase Johnson will bring him through turns 3 and 4. He'll see the white flag. Contact made back here. Nicholas Maynard with a big shot in the outside wall. White flag is in the air, presented by AFLglobal.com. This is the battle for the race lead and the race win down the back straightaway. Chase Johnson down in the corner. Corey Tesner's got one more chance at it. He'll try down on the bottom side, but Chase Johnson will come up. Corey Tesner will get loose. Chase Johnson will win the Bill of Kern Showdown here. Carson Koetchlin will go out. Nicholas Maynard. Big shot into the outside wall. That machine is tore up here. James Fountain will finish right behind him here. Nicholas Maynard, big damage to that modified. But Chase Johnson pulls out the victory here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel at the Kern County Raceway here in Bakersfield, California. And that'll do it for the final event here tonight. A heat race won by Showtime Chase Johnson. Now the main event here is he'll bring it around. Here's Nicholas Maynard down on the bottom side of the racetrack there with big damage to the modified. They'll have to come and get him. Chase Johnson will bring it around on the front stretch here, hopefully burn it down for you fans here on the TikTok. And the rest of these guys will suit these modifieds. Excuse me. I don't know why I keep saying it. They'll arrange these modifieds and order out how they finished here. And we'll get some driver interviews here on the post-race show here. Chase Johnson, the race winner here. He'll bring it around on the front stretch here. Burn it down for the fans here tonight in California. We'll send it away for a commercial break here. It's Showtime. Chase Johnson picks up the victory here tonight in the field of Kern Showdown. I think that'll do it for Showtime. Chase Johnson, he won't do a burnout here. He'll turn it back around and come back to the front stretch here unless he's got something for us. Looks like he's going to get parked by the admin here. Ready for driver's interview. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll send it away here. Showtime. Chase Johnson has just been victorious here tonight at Kern County. Back in a moment.
I'm sick of all these thoughts that are stuck in my head. I'm sick of wishing I could just forgive and forget. I'm sick of all these thoughts that are stuck in my mind, my mind, my mind. And all these places that I go inside my head, try to replace the memories with silhouettes, but I know things only heal with time. So I will strive to be a better man, and I will die following my every plan, and you'll slowly fade away with time. I'm sick of all these thoughts that are stuck in my head. I'm sick of wishing I could just forgive and forget. I'm sick of all these thoughts that are stuck in my mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel tonight on the TikTok platform. Getting ready to post it to the YouTube page at the conclusion of tonight's event here. This is the post-race show here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. See if we can't get a pit reporter down there to the race winner of Showtime, Chase Johnson, who wins tonight's heat race and leads every single lap here tonight in the main event here. I believe he led every lap we turn. See if we can't get a guy down there. Ladies and gentlemen, do y'all got us? You got us?
Down here in Victory Lane at Kevin Harvick's Kern County Raceway Park here in Bakersfield, California. The number 005 of Showtime, Chase Johnson, scores another victory here in the modified division. Chase, walked us through your night here. Trouble in the heat races, but you were able to hold off and pull the victory off there as well. You'll sweep both the races here tonight, but carnage is all night long.
Yeah, shout out to the guys. They brought a fast modified here to the track tonight. It's just a crazy night overall. I mean, I don't know if we ever got that long of a run there, but when we did, my car was just loose, you know, so we were just starting to get racing there a few times, and then the caution would come out. So, you know, who knows how it would have went if we had a long run, but another fast car overall. Proud we could get another win, and we'll move on to tomorrow night in the late model.
Chase Johnson survives the Wreck Fest for the victory here at Kevin Harvick Kern County Raceway Park. We'll move down here to the second place spot of the number 8 of Carson Collection. Carson, walked us through your night tonight here, man. You go around, I believe, 5 different times the night you were involved in an incident, but you were able to pull out the podium second place spot.
Yes, sir. I had some trouble in the heat race early on, first few laps. Kind of screwed up. That was my fault. Sorry to those guys. I started in the back in the feature, made my way through the pack, through all the wrecks and cautions, and got out to third, got a good restart, stuck behind Chase, then another restart happened and got second. We got past in the last lap, and then he spun around in turn 4, so ended up with a P2 finish, which I'm pretty happy. Thanks to all the guys and Ken Service and Sales.
That's the second place finisher here tonight of Carson Clutchland in the number 8 machine. We'll move down here to the 4th place spot as Corey Kessner throws his helmet across the front stretch. He is not as happy the way he was raced. We'll move down to the 23 machine of John Michael Bryant. John, you'll shove it 3 wide there on the green-white checkered into turn 1. Kind of walk us through your night tonight. Of course, we know you were going to be aggressive, and the Boogeyman strikes here for top 4.
Yeah, I seen him get bobbly up there in front of me, and, been a wreck fest all night. I just wanted to see their white flag, so did what I had to do. Was a little aggressive to get up there to get that top 5 finish. I haven't been too aggressive here lately, so I thought I'd pull it back out of the bag and, give the guys at Gorilla Mine something to, be like, oh shit about, Did it for the hot moms out there, and we'll come back and do it again tomorrow night in the late model.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the number 23 machine of John Michael Bryant. Let me get out of the way. Here comes Nicholas Maynard. He is not happy with John Michael. We'll move down here to the 5th place guy tonight, the number 01 of Joshua Thornton. Josh, just walk us through your night here tonight. You survived the carnage tonight for a top 5 position. Just kind of walk us through your day-to-day here. A lot of work needs to be done on this modified.
Yeah, survived the wreckage. It was a good race overall, and started in the top 6, so went from there and kept going, tried to save tires and stay and survive.
And that's what he'll do here tonight for the top 5, Joshua Thornton. Mayhem on the track, mayhem here on pit road after the race. Ladies and gentlemen, back up to the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting up here in the booth and I'm watching the fight go down here on pit road between Nicholas Maynard and John Michael Bryant. And it has been one hell of a fucking fight. Oh my. We'll be back in just a moment. Let's see if we can't get a word from Nicholas Maynard. A lot of suit grabbing, a lot of pushing and shoving. We'll be back.
Into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head. I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, back here at the Kern County Raceway, where things have gotten absolutely out of control. Fights on the pit road, beating and banging here at the end here. See if we can't throw up the results here, as I believe one of our pit reporters has the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard, finished 10th here. And Showtime Chase Johnson brings home the victory here tonight in the features. Ladies and gentlemen, while you continue to look over this, let's see if the pit reporter don't have a word with Nicholas Maynard after him and John Michael Bryant. Big fight here on pit road. You got us? Go ahead.
Yes, we are down here with the number 02 machine of Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas, you bring home, I believe, like the 10th place spot, but you were running 4th there in overtime. You walk down to the 23 machine of John Michael Bryant. Show your displeasure. And he was not happy as a brawl breaks out here on pit road to kind of walk us through your night. I mean, yeah, man, it was fucking bullshit the way that they want to race there at the end. These guys want to detach their head and throw it on the floorboard. I'm going to teach him a freaking lesson, dude. I'm going to bust his ass. He wants to grab hair and grab fire suits, and he's got that Jackman down there wants to play Billy Badass. I'm going to show him who's boss around here. Sick and tired of these guys racing the way that they do. Another fuck fest, week in and week out, and it seems to always be coming from that 23 machine. Sick and tired of it. Strong words here from the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. Ladies and gentlemen, back up to the booth here. That'll do it for us now here with the driver's interview. Mayhem down here.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not up on your feet right now, if you aren't subscribed to the YouTube page and or the TikTok, I would press that follow button. Late models tomorrow night for the I-85 Asphalt Series at Lanier. Things are getting winded down here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel's I-85 Asphalt Series Modified Division. And these guys continue to beat and bang back and forth the way that they do here. See if we can't throw up the remaining schedule for you guys here. One race remains after tonight at the new Smyrna Raceway. 60 laps 2 weeks from now. And we'll see how things shake up here. We'll show you the playoff picture before the results tonight. So this is minus the win with Chase Johnson. We'll see how things shake up. Both of these guys running 2-3 in the point standings. So if they're going to throw fisticuffs there on pit road, they're going to have to bang it out in the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been one hell of a race, one hell of a night of our modified division. A little bit of fisticuffs, a little bit of beating and banging inside of these modifieds, and we definitely felt the Kern here at Kern County Raceway in Bakersfield, California, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do it for us here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. Tune in tomorrow night for the late models. Go check us out on Booty Scoot Racing LLC YouTube page, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you.
Turn you to an enemy, hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.